Hello race fans, Alex Weaver here in Studio 3 with Zach, Jessica, and Jonathan. Let's talk new rules and new era package. 2019 is surely going to be an exciting year. Zach, there's plenty of news coming out of the R&D Center, and I know you spent some time there during the off season. What can we expect to be different as far as inspections?
Well, I did spend some time there, and trust me, there was a lot of heavyweight things that were coming out of there. Lots of different changes and things like that. Some of them are really nuanced, but the big thing was the fact that they will take a really hardline look at inspection post-race coming in 2019, and that's going to include possibly disqualifying, a winning car. It's really hard to grasp like how big of a change it was. Instead of penalties or points deductions, suspensions, things like that, it's just going to take a lot stronger look. And I think a lot of the people that the opinion from the competition department was they just got tired of the cat and mouse game that was, on a semi, it seemed like a weekly basis just of trying to get things by NASCAR and have things on their car that were not on the up and up. So I think they kind of drew a line in the sand and said, look, this is going to end this year, and that's the direction they're going. So
I think, you're onto something there, Zach. I think NASCAR is tired of it. I think we saw them take a step last year with the optical scanning station tent that they pull the cars in to make sure those bodies are, to the T right before the race. But like you said, we could disqualify cars this year if these guys get brave enough to try to push these rules, and they are tired of it. Think about taking someone's money away, taking someone's trophy away, and then taking the winning points away and giving them 1 point, 40th place points for cheating to try to win a race. I mean, that's a huge deterrent. So I don't think anybody out there is going to be brave enough to try to sneak something through that could get them disqualified. So, kudos to NASCAR for taking that step and getting everybody in line. I'm anxious to see how this is going to work once we get to Daytona.
And one of the other things that they really wanted to kind of do with this rule is previously, the top two cars in a random would go back to the R&D Center, and that's where a lot of those big decisions were made. And so, you would have a Tuesday or Wednesday penalty release that really disrupted the storylines that we could be previewing the next race weekend. And so I think they really wanted to get away from having that kind of drag the story down in the middle of the week. That was a big thing, a big objective for making this rule change and making it now.
So basically we can find out the winner of the race the night of the race.
Exactly. They're looking at 90 minutes for post-race and doing that rigorous check. So no more R&D Center, at least for the main post-race inspection.
Now, Jessica, you spent some time out in Las Vegas with the new rules package. What can we expect to be different this season with that?
Well, there's going to be a lot of moving parts with that, and I think from general consensus just from talking with the drivers is it's going to be a little bit different in the way that they drive, the way that they attack each race. There's a lot more mental strategy with it. And we talked with John Probst during our broadcast at Las Vegas, and he was really optimistic about what he saw, and he really liked what he was seeing on track. We saw a lot of 3-wide, 4-wide kind of stuff, which is really exciting to see at an intermediate like Las Vegas Motor Speedway. So I think there was a lot of positives we took, but I think one of the key things that John said was, we are not declaring a victory here. We are looking at this and we are going to take what we've learned here and we're going to build upon it. And they're constantly trying to innovate with this package and build upon it. So I think that's what's important with this, is we're just going to make it better and better as the year goes on.
All right, well, some big changes coming up in 2019. You can check all of that starting in the Daytona 500. It's the Great American Race on February 17th, 2:30 Eastern on Fox.